And the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Here we are at the Genesis Invitational, one of the top events each year on the schedule. Today's coverage is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this second round action. I'm Luke Elvey with Rich Beam here as we keep an eye on this player who's been trailing in the tournament but has a real opportunity today.
They do. They need to get out there, though, and start firing at some flags. They've been playing very conservative all week long, and you can't continue to do that with any hopes of winning. You have to go ahead and start trying to take advantage of the conditions. Hit it close a few more times. And until they start doing that, I don't see them catching the leaders.
Big day coming up. Can't wait to see how it unfolds, Rich. This should be an absolute beauty. This looks to be a fairway seeker to me.
Luke, unfortunately, that got a horrible kick, ended up in the rough.
Good option. Take your medicine and try and get it up and down from there. And here we are with the third shot. And he's safely on the green. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill. Now that's how you roll the rock.
Well, that's a nice way to start, writing a little red number down on the scorecard at the first.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
He currently shares fourth position. Let's see what happens here on the second hole.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. There's 17 feet remaining to the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Tracking. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
And that moves them to -6 for the tournament.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling. Looks like they got all of that one. That's on a good line. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up from about 100 yards.
chosen the pitching wedge here.
They have absolutely flushed that one. Colin Morikawa, he was meant to be the original and best approach player, but I think we have a new sheriff in town.
Ooh, don't give them praise, just look with admiration. What an opportunity to make a birdie.
Yep, tracking nicely.
Steady on. It's just about 3 feet away. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in.
And being a couple off the lead, they can't afford to miss those birdie opportunities.
Here we are at the 4th hole.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is...
Oh, that's a beauty. Great shot from the bunker. Okay, let's get back to the action. This would be a great up and down. Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Just 2 shots back after that hole. Next up is this par 4 hole.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close. Pretty good shot there.
Second shot here on the 5th. Going with the 8-iron here. Wow, what a shot. This putt is for a sheriff second. Well, that's a nice line. That's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot.
What an incredible design this is, and it really just takes this green and it makes it into a section of 4. The back right, the front right, front left, and back left, they all have their unique features to it, and that all is due to the simple fact that that bunker, which is tiny, minuscule, almost not even there, it basically shapes that green into the 4 quadrants. It is just an amazing design. So far, so good.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Sadly, in the sand, but a chance to make up for the error. Oh my, how about that for a par?
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
Deep into the front nine. Here we are at the 7th hole.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Oh, that one's straight at the pipe. Great shot into the 7th and a chance for birdie.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Okay, steady now. A par putt on the table. And down it goes. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Time to face a par 4.
Nicely done.
Playing this shot from about 180 yards. He shares top spot. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Fingers crossed for a good kick to the left. A little off the mark on that approach shot.
And what a rare miss today. They've been so good with their approach shots.
Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. He's currently in a share of top spot. Here we are at the final hole on the front nine.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? And a chance to reach 9 under for the championship with this putt. Looking really good, this one. Wonderful shot. If finds himself in a share of the lead. And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum.
No, not at all. And what a hole it is. It's changed a lot over the years. This green is actually reminds me of something you would see at Pinehurst. There's no flat spots on it. It either is downhill or uphill. That's it. Players most likely will take driver or fairway wood and try and leave themselves just on the front left portion of this green. That's the most ideal spot they can hit it, no matter where they put the flag stick. However, hitting it there is nearly impossible. A keen short game is absolute necessity to make birdie here.
Ooh, that almost went down. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Shame it didn't drop. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Good shot there, Beamer. Second shot here on the 11th. Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
Absolutely. Love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
That was a gallant attempt. That's disappointing. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Beautiful shot. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Colin Morikawa setting up his shot. Oh, Rich, how good is that? That's incredible.
What an amazing play out of the greenside bunker. Up and in the hole. Nicely done.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Going with the pitching wedge here. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. And they'll tap this in for birdie. And he just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole. Currently 3 strokes up after that hole. Teeing off here on the 13th hole.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Fairways and greens. Easy game, isn't it?
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
Go to your home ball. Go to your home. Never mind. Go and tap it in. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. A look to get to 13 under par.
This is their look at birdie.
Ooh. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And down she goes. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. This one's a par 3.
Luke, it's a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip. Historically, it's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
Well, that's beautifully judged. A birdie putt awaits.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
A well holed, he'll take the birdie. Currently in first position. Time to step on your tee shot here at this long par 4.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dog leg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
What a putt. Started this perfectly.
A wonderful putt. You can claim it. Back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. Par 3s always offer up that hope of a hole-in-one.
It's an island green, if you can believe that. It's surrounded by bunkers. I think this is another one of the all-time great designs. It's only about 160 yards, Luke, but the whole green is surrounded by bunkers. Everything feeds towards the center and the front of this green once it gets on there. I just think this is a magnificent design. If you hit it in any one of those bunkers, making a par will be nearly impossible.
This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. Well, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like that. Currently 15 under par for the event. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
Time for the second shot at the 17th. Getting ready to play their third. Great shot. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
Oh, this one out of a smelly spot on the golf course, but no bother for this player.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
Tee shot up the hill. Fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole.
Yeah, this is lovely.
And here we are with the third shot. Didn't that look good for a long time? I like that. Always good when you've got hands like that around the green.
Such soft hands.
The round now in the books. Good luck next time. Well, that's some pretty tidy work through 2 rounds, Rich. Has opened up a huge buffer over the field.
I don't think I've seen 2 rounds this complete in my life, Luke. Having such a massive lead, how can they handle it?
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.